AfterBuzzers, welcome back to the Empire After Show, Season 5, Episode 3, Pride. We're talking Lyon Family Affair, Andre the Hitman, Kingsley, and our special segment, Oh No You Didn't, so stay right here.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Yes. Oh wait, let's drop.
Get out the way, get out the way, get the up out the way. Hey, you either with me or against me. Hey, cause you're either with me or against me. What we gonna do? Win.
Win.
All right.
We winning. All we do is win.
Welcome back. I would have to say Empire After Party. Seems like it's sort of an after show, guys. Thank you so much for coming back to us. I am your host, Chellz Evette, but I'm not by myself.
No, you're not. I'm your boy, Danny Royce. What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's up, Empire fans? I'm Ashley Beck.
Hey guys, it's Sayrie, Sayrie.
And let me start by saying I am so happy we have a full panel back.
Yes.
We're back again.
Everybody was just so busy,
Right.
vacation.
Too busy
We back,
We
baby.
all back. We are family, just like the Lions. So
Yes.
let's get into it. What were you guys' overall thoughts this episode?
Woo, ladies.
The struggle is still real.
Yeah.
I'm used to seeing them so powerful and successful, so seeing them struggle is kind of like, I'm kind of waiting for them to be back on top. I'm waiting for them to win at something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think they're on their way. I definitely think they're taking strides to start winning. What about you, Chellz? What do you think, girl?
You know, with this episode, like I said when I came in here, I had my blood pressure. I said all these notes I had. It was just so much going on. But you know, a part of me seeing all the madness, I'm really excited for the direction that they're going in.
Right. Yeah, you know, sometimes shows come out full force, nice and strong, first episode, then it kind of die off in a second. This one didn't. It had me going this second episode. A lot of things happened. Lyon Family is up and coming, so I'm excited to see what happens next.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think we talked about this before, but they have some really great writing.
They do.
I am always sucked in. And each episode sets you up for the next episode. It's so much momentum.
Yeah.
And the writing on it is incredible because for them to just be on their 5th season, it still keeps getting better and better. You know, and then to see now, like you said before, you were saying like it was like now they're coming back.
Yes.
They're coming together as a family.
Right.
So now they're starting the Empire business, but they're starting it inside of the home. They had their first management investment meeting there because there was an issue because wasn't Cookie looking for like a location to have this party at?
Yes.
Yeah.
So she
That was the
looking
whole
for a venue.
issue.
Right.
She was
Yeah.
going to go into using her loft, and then she was like, we still not sure why she gave up on the idea.
Something's a little sketchy.
Yeah.
going on with that
Sketchy,
loft.
yeah.
I don't
Having
know.
second thoughts.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
loft in
Thoughts.
Soho. Who's there? Who's been occupying the loft in Soho?
She might be ready to leave Lucious broke ass.
That's-
At any moment.
No.
At any moment.
And that's funny that you said that because that's what I was thinking. I didn't think anybody was there, but I thought that she might be like, you know what, just in case this doesn't work out.
Especially when she heard that conversation.
Yes.
That kind of
with Becky?
Yes.
Yes.
And plus how he was talking, he was like, I did this.
Yes.
Like, I did Empire.
You guys picked up on that too.
Yeah.
Well, and her sisters were like, what's going on with Lucious? And she's like, we're ride or
Always
die,
ride or
but
die.
honestly, something must be going on there.
Well, yeah, she can tell. You know what? Cookie was in jail for building this empire. So hear him say, I, it probably took her back to that place where she was in that jail cell, where Lucious was getting all the credit. And just like Giselle, the woman, she's the wife or whatever, she is the backbone of the company and he is the face. So she is probably just saying, you know what? Let me be careful. Let me keep my loft.
Absolutely.
Because just in case
I would do
something
the same
happens.
thing.
And you remember previous season, they were competing. Remember Cookie was starting her own label against Empire? So Cookie has that in her to be like, you know what? If this doesn't work out, I'm going back to my loft.
She's a smart
Smart woman.
She's smart.
Every
For
woman
sure.
should have that.
Yep.
If you can't afford a loft, get a
Very
car.
smart.
Right.
If you don't have a car, get a bike.
Your own bank account.
You know.
You know, I was getting to think. I don't know which one is it for Lucious? Is it just hard for him to do this team player thing again, or is it he just really feels like he's the one that did all the work? And you know, it's a thin line if it's selfishness.
I think with Lucious, he definitely feels like he did the work because she's been in jail. He will give her credit, but only to a certain extent.
to a certain extent,
But
of course.
that's fair though, right? She was in
That's
jail.
what I'm saying. You were
She
in
helped
jail.
him
But
bust
it's
an
fair.
album, but he built it up to be everything it is.
Right.
I mean,
Yes and no, because I do believe that without Cookie and Lucious together, together, the empire wouldn't have been what it is. Not. So I think that credit should be given to both of them.
I think acknowledgement should definitely be given to Cookie, but at the same time, Lucious is the one who was out there on the street doing the work, like signing the checks.
And let me just say this, and I'm usually Team Cookie, but I kind of agree with Lucious being the person that was really was building the empire, and on top of that, he was raising 3 sons.
He was, yeah.
He was raising. We like making him like a mom now.
Right? Wait a minute. What is going on?
But we paint Lucious this bad, portrait, but it's like it's a lot. He did a lot.
He actually did. We're actually making him a hero.
You know what? Cookie, I don't agree with this mess.
It's just like how mothers get a lot of recognition for being able to hold down the house and raise the children and build a business. Lucious kind of did that,
and the kids came out pretty good.
I wouldn't go that
far. Speaking of children coming out good or bad, Andre's a hitman now?
I agree.
Andre is just a whole new beast.
So if you guys didn't catch up on the show, so Andre was supposed to get out of jail, but he didn't because he just went ham in there, but now as you watch further down the line, you can see that it was a motive.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And Andre has always been sort of the saving grace for his brother, so it's natural that he would do that and adopt Quincy as his brother and try to take care of him. So in that respect, I feel like he did what he needed to do.
But we still don't know. I keep watching his relationship, his dynamic with Quincy, and I keep saying, why is that he keep trying to save...
What you say?
I was like, is this his kid or something?
No.
I think he sees something in Quincy that reminds him of himself.
That's what I
because
believe
he keeps giving him all these books, read, educate yourself. And it sounds like Quincy knew his resume. You went to Wharton, you did this and that. So it seems like they do have a bond. And that bond is about to be solidified because I think there's something going on with his mom.
Right.
Exactly.
Terry, I think her name.
I believe so, too.
Terry said, thank you.
Yeah. And held there a little too long,
She said...
And it's been a long time since he's seen a woman.
A long time.
But I don't like how she told him, like, oh, you got the hit, you hired the hit for me. Like, lady, you coming out smoking high.
We're
still in here.
We are in jail. What are you doing?
Relax.
Yeah, that whole thing was just crazy with Andre and Quincy. I agree with you. I think Andre sees a lot of himself in Quincy, but also like he knows he's innocent and he's like he has no business being in here. So he's going to protect them.
And the kid's smart too. He probably see him on an intellectual level.
He's smart. And Andre's very smart and strategic with everything he did in that prison. I knew like he had something going on. I just didn't know exactly how he was going to carry it out.
I didn't like how Terry tried to play him though in the beginning. It was like, don't you accept anything from these people?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like he needed to find a big brother.
She flipped the script real quick.
But you know what, guys? I 100% agree with everything you guys are saying. But in true Empire fashion, we know that Quincy is connected to somebody on the outside that Andre either needs to work with, that he needs to help, or that he did work with, or something. And it's gonna come in some crazy like flashback.
He's too hands on at this point.
He's too hands on. Like
I get it.
Was that your cousin?
Right?
Yeah.
I know. I'm sure there are other people in there you can protect.
And we probably could get into that in predictions because the prediction just came to my mind, but I'll wait till later on for that. But back to Andre hiring the hit. I kind of expected Andre to be up to something, but I didn't know that he was going to actually have someone killed.
Andre is now a kingpin for real.
Right.
Okay.
Like he's been pampered, so he don't know the street life up until now, and now he has a little bit of a thug to him, and he shot at an imaginary person and killed that woman in his mind, and that was him coming off the back of being the Christian and all these other different things. And when he got off his meds, he pretty much remember when he shoots what he imagined the whole girlfriend that whole season. Yeah. So now I'm assuming if he ever got off his meds, between how advanced he is with his techniques, he is going to be unstoppable.
Like he said.
He was in there like...
It's a very dangerous game.
He's scary.
And he's muscular. Scary. I feel like he's more muscular.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Tell us more about it.
That's what happens when you go to prison. You're working it out.
And then you see the conversation he had with Lucious. He was like, no, I know what I'm doing. This is actually helping me pop. He was like, I'm learning street smart and I'm learning like the business side.
I was just looking at Lucious' face at that point. He was scared himself a little bit.
And he's
strong. He was like, damn.
I know. He's like, what did I
Slow down,
create?
mate. slow down, man.
To me, I think it's like he could even go further than Lucious ever could.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Absolutely.
Because of the tools that he has.
Exactly.
But he doesn't have the music. And that's what the whole show is about. So,
True.
I don't know. The
True.
music is the livelihood of the whole show.
But he definitely has the smarts to find those artists and
But
like
he's never-
he's never
incorporate
really
music within his thing.
No, he's very valuable.
Yeah.
He's
very valuable.
I feel like that's what they're missing with
Right.
the Lyon family. They
now
need
they-
they
yeah.
need Andre.
Uh-huh. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with
I
you.
definitely agree with that. Let's get into some more Lions, though. Let's talk about Kai. Kai is back. Kai, we don't like Kai here. Kai sends Jamal a FaceTime. I said, how come Jamal can't ever find a good
Man.
boo?
What's the deal with Kai? Why is he so good?
Because first of all, when Kai FaceTimed him, he was very dismissive.
Uh-huh.
He asked him, he was like, "What's going on with you over there in New York?" He's like, "Okay, this is going on with my family. It's going on with my family." He was like, "Oh, well, just kind of brushed it off." And he's like, "Oh, I'm here, at a layover, and this is more important." And then they kind of got into it, but. We all suspected that Kai was doing something very sneaky in the first couple episodes we were introduced to him. And I still feel that way.
Right.
Now he is actually out. He jet set it off, and then he's FaceTiming Jamal. And they haven't had the best communication, probably because of the distance and
Time difference.
Time difference, Kai's attitude. But then Kai started kissing butt with the little African children dancing to his song.
Yeah, the song.
I thought that was adorable.
Yeah, I
It
did
was
too.
very sweet and the perfect way to Jamal's heart. Like,
Right.
talk about
He
a
knew
gimmick.
exactly what he was
Yeah,
doing.
he knew what he was doing.
But I mean, do you think is it that Kai has something that's going on with them when he said that on Skype, or is it that he's just really tired of listening about his family? Because every time they're
did
together,
kinda say a
he
line
keeps
about
talking
that.
about the Lyon family, what's going on with them, what's going on with
But
them.
with Jamal comes the Lyon family.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's
Very true.
his world and his
his
life.
priority.
I
Oh,
also
man.
think something is going on with Bryson, the other journalist.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
they have past
Absolutely.
affairs.
Something
They have
and
passing.
even on the phone he was like, "Oh, and Bryson needs a layover in Paris. Why does he need to be where you are at the
Right.
same
I
time?
said
That's
the
just
same
not
thing.
appropriate."
They
And
have
Jamal should have
love
called
eyes.
him out on that.
Oh, yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
didn't,
I
though.
totally.
He did a smirk though. The smirk was just kind of like,
Right.
like what's going on between you guys? They definitely have a history for sure.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't trust Kai either. I'm just playing the devil advocate. That's all.
By the way,
I'm just playing.
his name is
switch up?
not Kai.
It's Kale.
It's
Kale.
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 Sorry.
Get your
At
vegetables
first I
right.
was like, what the heck, Danny? You switched up on us?
I know, right?
Absent one time, he
Real
comes
quick.
back.
I
and he's
know,
like,
just
Change
brand
of
new.
heart. I got to know.
And there was a line that Kai said. I didn't write it down, but it verbatim. But he said something to Jamal, and I was like, "Excuse me," because he was like, "Oh, you mad because I'm doing my career and you gave up."
And because you gave up yours.
Yeah, you gave up yours, and I was like,
I was like, wow.
I'm glad he closed that book.
Right?
Close that book.
Speaking of that,
What's going on with our live chat?
yeah, shout out to Khalida A. Just talking about that. Jamal and Kai ain't right for each other. These underhanded jabs are annoying.
Yes.
That's so true.
Because he's playing the good guy. He's playing the
He
humanitarian,
is.
like, oh, I save people. I'm not vain. Your family's all about
Right.
money
Right.
and power and sex. And here I am feeding little African children. you know?
Right. He
It is,
puts
yeah.
what Jamal is doing down.
Yeah.
In
That's
like
true. All
the
roundabout
time.
manipulative ways.
But think
That's
about
so
it. They
true.
have been in London. I'm pretty sure Jamal have told him. Jamal is probably different. What was different in London versus where he is in America.
Oh, absolutely.
So I feel like he can even sense that Jamal is different once he came back around his family.
Well,
True.
You know, he's
Kai
probably trying to save him.
He probably didn't have the experience of him talking about his family all the time. He was probably all about Kai in London, and now that he's all about
Right.
himself and his career, it's like, oh wait, what are you doing?
Things have changed.
And
Yes.
then Kai came to New York and was like, "Oh hell, this is
Right.
your
Yeah.
family."
It's chaotic. It's chaotic.
Well, I mean, you're in the room and guns are splattered on the floor. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm not used to that. Just chilling
It's
out.
hot too. He walks in
No,
sweaty.
me either. More either. And I definitely want to get into my favorite Cuckoo King. But before we get into
Cuckoo
Cuckoo King, we have a special message for our AfterBuzzers.
Yes, we do. Hey there, AfterBuzzers. Our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality shows, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder to serve television fans, but we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you and help you and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't be, because they are optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did it so we can say what's up to you in the comments. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Oxygen.
And also, guys, if you are listening on why is
What?
if you are listening on iTunes, you see why I kind of messed that up there? So if you're listening on iTunes, make sure you hit 5 stars. The other 4 do not work. Give us 5 stars. And thank you so much for that. So
I do want to say this real quick.
Sure, we have
Khalid
people in the
says
chat.
Quincy was on his way to Wharton, so Andre feels like he needs to protect him. Is it that his future he's protecting more so?
Now that's a good point, Quincy.
Yeah, that's a good one, Khalid. All right.
And shout out to it was Khalid?
Thank you. Yeah,
No,
Khalid.
Quincy is the guy in jail. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Khalid. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Shout out.
Shout out to everybody
Quincy.
in our live chat right now. You
Yes.
guys are so awesome. I see all the comments here. We'll be sure to periodically go through and like really discuss this with you guys. But let's get into my favorite, Cuckoo Keem. Woo.
Yes.
He wants to do music again. He had that dream and he woke up. He's like jotting it down.
It's more like nightmares.
Nightmare,
Yeah.
right? It was a nightmare. Then he goes and he connects with Jamal. They had like a nice little brother moment, but he keep coughing.
Keep coughing.
Yeah, Hakeem's health is not in good condition, and I love that Jamal was able to be like, sing staccato, and then we could get it together.
Right.
But I
Staccato.
feel staccato.
Staccato.
Rolls off the tongue.
Staccato.
Staccato. Sounds like a coffee.
Chicago? What?
Anyways,
I'm like, what?
but I do feel like he needs to be in some type of therapy
Yes.
or
Yeah.
checking in with a doctor.
They
Like, we
all
don't
do.
see anything. And Kingsley totally shaded him, like, you're coughing up another lung. Excuse me, sir?
He did.
No.
Man.
He did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel so bad for him because he really, really wants it. And you know, he wrote the song that he had to dream about, and it seemed like it was a song about his experience, and he couldn't even really convey the message because of him coughing. But what I didn't notice was, okay, so when he came back, Jamal actually had a song written for them called what was the name
What
of
was
it
the
again?
song?
Mess.
Mess.
You don't mess.
It's
talking
called
about that?
Save Me, whatever the song was called.
Or same time.
Same time.
Same
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
So he wrote Same Time.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like, oh my God, that's so dope. Jamal's really being there for Andre. I mean, what's wrong with me today? Being there for Hakeem.
Right.
But turns out that was a part of the Empire contract he
Right.
couldn't get out of. So
Right,
I was
that's
like,
great.
Wait a minute, and
Yeah.
they didn't even make it seem like that until
No.
he showed the music to Kingsley. I was
Exactly.
like, what is... First, I thought Jamal was doing something shady. And then I was like, oh, wait, he can't get out of his contract. But why are you bringing that good music?
Right.
Do a bunch of horrible songs.
No, but that's
Exactly.
strategic.
Right.
That's
That is
strategic.
strategic.
Because they're gonna, first of all, get a payday. I think, well, we won't get too much of predictions, but everything's so tied up with the royalties and the music.
Right.
One of the two is going to either happen. Whether they're going to get the money and they're all of a sudden going to put the air conditioning back on,
Right.
and you can stop sweating.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
it's going to get to the point where he's going to be like, I let you out the deal.
Right.
So
maybe Jamal knows his brother. Maybe he was like, I can't tell Hakeem what I'm doing because
no.
Oh, no.
had I told him,
That
you know,
wouldn't-
it
that
wouldn't have
wouldn't
worked
go
as
well.
seamlessly.
Right.
Because they were able to. So actually, Jamal's being smart.
Yeah.
Because
He's
they
very
were able
smart,
to
yeah.
perform the song for the investment meeting, and then he was able to record the song with Hakeem. So it's like everything was just actually positive. So Hakeem got his confidence back because he changed up the cadence, the rhythm.
Right.
So now he's like, oh my God, now I can probably do music.
Yeah, now he can
And
breathe
then
again.
Jamal, he took the songs to Kingsley for Empire, and he said, you know what? I have full creative control. So anytime anything on this album plays, we get royalties
Pay us.
from everything.
Right.
And then to take it a step further, I lost my train of thought that fast.
and now he can get out of the contract.
yes,
That's
and I
a
think the
contract,
contract is a
yeah.
nice song. So I won't fault Jamal too much.
Yeah, I mean, Keem is. I mean, I know he's gonna come back with this whole issue that he has as far as his breathing goes, but at the same time, it's all about the mindset. If his mindset is not
That's
gonna
what
change,
Jamal said. He said it's in here and it's
Yeah.
in here.
Well, and
That's
that's
not
what's
gonna
kind of
change.
scary about the dreams. He also needs to be in therapy for his mind,
Yeah.
getting it
Yeah.
together. You know,
Right, for
it was
sure.
nice to see him without the bottle, hanging out. But I feel like this is a pattern for Hakeem, unfortunately.
It
But
is.
I feel like
It is.
music is his therapy. If he
Yeah.
can somehow get back to the music, I think he will get better. It's kind of
Yes, I
weird that the
love
thing
that.
that he's
It's very
missing is the
true.
thing he also needs.
And that's actually a really good point because I was going to ask you guys, so how did you feel about him giving his song to Blake?
Very
I hated
unselfish.
it.
was very unselfish. That didn't seem like a Hakeem move.
Yeah.
It didn't.
It didn't seem like a Hakeem move.
But it also feels like there's some growth in that move as well. Like, I couldn't see him giving those good lyrics to someone,
Right.
but he did. Now, did the person he gave it to
Exactly.
do it justice?
That's why.
And no, because now he's trying to take Hakeem's spot. And
think they're
remember
building up
in the
the
first
character.
episode,
Yeah.
we thought that. We were
I
like,
knew it.
who is this guy coming out rapping,
Yeah.
doing
Right.
his rap like really good?
Yes.
And now he's trying to step into that role. And Tiana, I'm off of you, Tiana.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
really like her this season.
No.
And
Yeah.
I used to be so Team Hakeem, Team
Yeah.
Tiana, and now I'm just kind of like, my eyebrows really raised. You know, personally, when I seen Hakeem give Blake the lyrics, I was just like, that's kind of sacred. Why would you give somebody, even though you can't perform it now, you might be able to
Keep
perform it later. And I was
Right.
like, to give it to somebody, it was just like, I kind of felt like there was too much trust there.
There
I
was way
think
too
they're
much.
building up the relationship, so when it does go wrong, it'd be like, oh my God,
Right.
he gave you lyrics and everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you really portrayed him.
Yeah, I mean, it was foreshadowing in the past episode when he was on the stage taking over. That was foreshadowing this
That was
this
horrible.
event. But I was like, when he gave it to him, same thing. I was like, that's pretty sacred. You know, you
Yeah.
went through it. It's your point of view. I know his friend Blake went through it as well, and that's why he gave it to him.
Right.
And I get where you're coming from. And that was a very, noble, and it was a very grown-up thing for
It
Kim to do.
was.
But at the same time, the wrong person. And I know he's gonna run with it.
Oh,
He's just gonna run with
absolutely.
He's
it.
gonna blow it up.
I mean, why not?
I mean, he's already, we can get into it. He's already
Right.
trying to run off with Tiana.
Right.
But really, it wasn't really Blake's fault.
It-
Tiana kind of came on to him.
She sure
You think so?
Blake's fault. Come on, I'm
No.
a man. He knows what he doing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
There's
it was
some blame on him.
It was
was
a combination of both.
combination,
They were both
exactly.
willing to play, but how is that going to play out? Because that's his ex and you're his friend. So what are you doing?
She's wrong for that.
She-
Even if she's
she's
mad,
wrong.
she's 100%
And then
wrong.
he's watching Prince. Like, you are not daddy daycare.
Right.
What is going on?
That was
Yes.
You
very,
see that
very
little, the
strange.
little
The
cute
stroller,
little
how they
silhouette of them
walked
walking
away.
I was like, what y'all doing?
And the baby should have screamed at something. The kids are not faithful.
Right.
These kids need to learn that that's not daddy. They need to teach these kids. I'm telling you, these kids aren't
And
faithful.
Blake had an opportunity to tell Tiana he didn't write that song.
Right.
The moment she
That's what
said,
I'm saying.
man, I just wish, Hakeem could just write those type of lyrics from his heart. I think that would
salty.
help him. He was just like,
He swallowed his words.
it's like, yeah. You
But
know?
that's where Danny, you're
Yeah.
right, because he knew he was playing a game. He was
He
like,
knew
oh,
it.
if she thinks I wrote these lyrics, she's going to
Exactly.
invite me over for dinner.
If I go
And-
for dinner, I'm a good cook.
Right? Oh, I hated I was cringing.
Right, for real.
She actually said she doesn't cook. She was like, I have nothing prepared.
Meal preps.
Yeah. And he was like,
And then
he
Blake's
cooks.
like,
I don't
I'm a
want
good
no
cook.
kale, girl. I want some food. You got some tilapia kale.
Right.
I don't want that.
A
Like,
side of a pickle.
can you imagine like someone invite you over dinner and it's like plastic?
They open it up. I made you dinner.
I made it Tuesday for today, but heat it up in
These
the
are the
microwave.
perfect portions. Over here.
You won't overeat over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I have
No,
a
I
protein,
ordered this.
a carb, and a
Yes.
veggie. So it is completely perfect. But
Well-rounded meals.
Yeah, I am
Yeah.
definitely 100% over Tiana, and
The question for y'all: Do you think that this is a start for like Hakeem like ghostwriting and getting more into that side of things?
That could be interesting.
I
I don't
don't
think
know.
so though, but I think it could be
He
interesting.
has
if they
too
go that
much
way.
pride, which is the name of the episode.
Right.
He has way too much pride.
True.
But I low key because I'm a medium. I
Say it,
can
girl.
see
Give us
things.
our AFTERBUZZ.
I know, right?
I can see Jamal, like, I'm sorry, Hakeem taking Jamal, like, in the room, like, I don't want to do this rap stuff no more. And Jamal's like, what? Why?
Right, like, I
and
could
he's
see
like,
that.
I just kind of want to write now.
I can see that. Like, I'm not gonna
I
lie.
would
I can
love
see
see
that,
that.
though. I can't see it, really. I can't. But that would be great for him, I think.
Yeah.
It would be great.
Yeah, but like you said, he does have too much pride.
That's-
he's too
that's
And he's
true.
a great performer.
But he is a good
is,
performer,
he
but
is.
like with all that dancing around and stuff, like you can't breathe anyway. So calm down. Stay in one place,
Maybe
bro.
he'll just have to
Too
sit on a
soon.
stool and
Yeah,
rap
put him
from
on a
his
stool.
Maybe
stool.
so.
Too soon.
So I want to really talk about, what's going on in our live chat?
We got a
Anything
lot.
good?
We got a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
popping up in here. What did it say? Ree Dollar says,
Hey,
Blake,
Ree.
Hey, Redala.
Riri, Blake, a sucker, and he's going to get caught.
Ooh.
Or he's going to get got. And
Oh.
Tiana is so easily convinced.
Seriously.
Yeah.
She
That's
did
so
give
true.
2 years though, and she is an artist. She put aside her body to have his baby.
That
Number
is
one,
true.
she put aside her career for him. I think she's kind of
Well,
sacrificed a
nobody
lot.
tell her to put aside all that stuff.
All right, nobody said to do all that.
Dang.
And that is the truth.
Tiana has no love.
Right, that's that.
That's that
Tiana
on
has
that.
no
No, I'm
love.
just kidding. But I get what you're saying, though.
After 2 years, he's killing himself with alcohol. At some point, he needs to be, snap out of it. I think she's done.
I'm not saying
enough.
that she should be with Hakeem, but where is the loyalty on both ends? She needs to remain loyal to the people that have helped her.
True.
And Hakeem was all about her in the beginning.
That's true.
was.
Speaking about all about her, Mark Dixon says Keem might be ghostwriting, but come on, Tiana. He took shots for you in the back, protecting you. But hey, gratitude is best served to the dogs, I guess. Come on, Mark Dixon.
Okay. And
What else
then
we got?
someone asked, it's Mark. He said that we already talked about Drake.
Oh, yeah.
We did.
We
We
did.
did talk about Andre. You just missed
Go
it.
ahead,
But that
go
is
back.
go back. Play back when the show is over. Yeah, that's good. That was very good. I
Right.
really love that.
And not only that, he also saved Blake too, didn't he? Well, kind of, sort
Yes,
of.
yes, in a roundabout way,
Roundabout
yes.
way.
And that is why he's my favorite, because he's a very compassionate young man.
Yeah. Baby boy.
She loves her
Baby
some
boy.
Keem,
I do.
okay?
Let's get into this tongue twister. Kingsley.
Kingsley.
Kingsley
I don't like that little
Checkmate.
short runt.
Okay, so first he didn't let them get out of their Empire contract. And then he actually took the location that Lucious went to look for right under his nose.
Right.
And then after that, Lucious goes to meet up with him. And I think we should start right there. He gives this analogy about being in Stanford and someone wrote with a pen and his
Which-
pencil broke.
Yeah.
The pencil broke.
He's totally that kind of guy.
is.
Like,
yeah.
That sums up his whole
you know,
character.
or like wouldn't let you cheat off his paper. He'd like be covering it so you couldn't see it.
Annoying.
He's just that kind of guy.
Right.
Annoying. Do you
Yeah.
guys think he is a perfect matchup for the Lions, or do you think he's like treading on thin ice?
He will get defeated. That's
think
all I
he's
know.
treading on thin
Eventually,
ice.
he will get defeated. He's not as likely as the other characters. There have been other characters that have been more threatening, I think, than him.
And that's
I
what
don't fear
Lucious
him.
said.
Yeah, I don't fear him at all.
And now that we're bringing Thirsty back, possibly,
Right.
Thirsty will do whatever it takes.
I love me some
Hide the
thirsty.
bodies.
It just
Yeah.
scares me that Kingsley has so much power within Empire, because
Right.
just like Lucious went to go meet with those investors to have that space, he couldn't have it because Kingsley ripped it out from underneath
Yes.
him. And I just feel like until the Lions get the funds that they need, it's going to be an uphill battle with Kingsley. And
I
that's
agree.
unfortunate
I
because it's
agree.
their company.
I
They
agree.
started him off in the beginning as a backstabber. The way he took the job from
Giselle.
Nicole, our partner, from Nicole. They took
Right,
the job
Nicole,
from
they took your job, girl.
They took the job from Giselle.
From Giselle.
So
Yeah.
yeah, they started him off in the beginning where he literally screws her.
Right.
In the
Yeah.
beginning and figuratively.
Oh,
Sure did. And then they threw me for a loop. I was almost certain that I literally wrote it and scratched it that Kingsley was going to see Andre in jail.
Did they not make it seem like that?
Yeah,
That
I
was
like they
so
did
good, Lee Daniels.
that. Come through.
Because I literally started writing that scene. I was like, okay, Kingsley's visiting Andre. Then I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's so
the
smart.
wall.
Yeah.
He went
And she
to
had,
the
you notice
wall.
she had the bandage too? She been fighting
Yeah.
for her life, right? She's been fighting for her cakes,
Well, you know,
baby.
she pissed a couple people off, I'm sure.
Oh
my God.
She's fighting for her survival.
Can we give a shout out to Becky though for standing up to Lucious?
Yeah,
I mean,
that
who
was
is
dope.
this brand new Becky?
I love
Listen,
that. That was
Becky.
dope.
Yeah,
but it's
I
funny because
liked it.
Becky's smart. You know, she's playing her cards
She's not
right.
stupid, yeah.
She's playing her cards. She's along with anyone that has the, you know, has the check, signs her check.
And she did get looked over time and
yeah,
time and
yeah.
time again and never said anything about it. So Lucious needs to get it together.
He
And
does,
she
she
could be
does.
playing it well because she really, her heart is at Empire with Jamal. She loves Jamal.
Yes.
And she loves the Lyon family. So she's probably like, listen, I'm going to stand my ground. I want you to give me an amazing offer.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to know that you're not going to look me over again. And that if I come back, that you have to make sure you give me the utmost respect and time because she was a great asset to the company. There's a lot of
deserves it.
things that she did outside of the company, technically like off the clock,
Right.
whatever, to protect
All
the
the time.
family. So, right. So I think that Becky's playing a good role, and I think we will see her come back.
But that's silly though. That's a dumb move. To start back working at their house and you are in an established position.
And that's why she didn't.
yeah, that would be
do you-
loyalty.
What do you guys think is up to Kingsley's sleeve as far as Miss Dubois goes?
I wouldn't put anything
You know,
past him.
enemy-
Who knows?
Right.
Like
He
enemy
said-
of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
Right.
Enemy of my
definitely-
enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
He-
So
I don't know exactly what it is, but all I know is he is actually willing to do whatever
Yeah.
And he'll use whatever pawn he has to. And I think we might be underestimating him a little bit because
I think so.
yeah, and I think Lucious is underestimating him a little bit as well.
That's why I asked you guys, do you feel like he met his match? And I kind of feel that this is going to be a little harder because you know what, Lucious is used to getting his way, and everything keeps getting snatched and snatched and snatched and snatched, all at the hands of Kingsley. So unless something else happens, like he brings in some other people like Thirsty to kind of do the job in a, you know, I guess criminal way. In a criminal way, then Kingsley, we're gonna be seeing him for quite some time.
At least for a season.
Definitely a season. So let's get into our special segment, which is our "Oh no, you didn't" moment. 'Cause oh no, you didn't.
Oh no, you didn't.
What was you guys?
Oh, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Oh no, you didn't.
What were you guys' "Oh no, you did" the moment watching the show?
For me, Team Andre. Andre is getting some kahunas, boy.
Right.
Like, he is turned into like a low-key assassin. That scares the mess out of me. So I would definitely say when he plans, he has the books around his waist for the shame. He's anticipating it. And then all of a sudden, he's just chilling in the cell like, you know, I have an alibi. I've been in here. You know, he's a boss with it.
He did say that.
Right.
He did say that. I like that. That's a good "Oh no, you didn't" moment.
Okay,
Oh, sure.
my "Oh no, you didn't" moment comes from my fave, Miss Cookie Lyon. And it's when she says, "Excuse me, Wheezy Jefferson, you've been aggressive with my shrimp cocktail, a little too aggressive to waltz your ass out of here." And I agree. She needed to sit down and listen to what Lucious had to say, Wheezy Jefferson. That was my "Oh no, you didn't."
And then after she found out she was on the team, she's like, "Go ahead, girl.
Right,
eat
she
some
was
more
like,
shrimp."
okay. And she was aggressive with the shrimp cocktail. Calm down.
She was like me at parties. Same different.
Right. My "Oh no, you didn't." I mean, it was a tie. I'm gonna admit. I'm Team Andre. Just seeing his growth in there and how he's like the Godfather. Seriously. Just seeing that, it's kind of like, I think he is one of the most complex characters on this episode that has just really transformed into this monster, and I can't wait to see him come out. And then also when Blake rolled off with Hakeem's children, I'm like, get your hands off. Like, no, you just didn't.
I would have to agree with you. That was my "Oh no, you didn't" moment. When I seen that, I was like, "Oh no, you didn't."
Literally.
I said, "Tiana, oh no, you didn't." Blake, "Oh no, you didn't." They were just ping-ponging off of each other. He didn't want to admit, as we said earlier, that he didn't write the song. She's inviting him for dinner. I said, "Oh no, both of y'all didn't." And I really hope that Hakeem finds them together and it's going to be total mayhem, and I'm excited to see it. Those are our "Oh no, you didn't" moments. If you guys have some, put them in the comments and we'll read them. We'll read them in the comment. I'm sorry, not the comments, in the chat also, like whatever your "Oh no, you didn't" moment was. But now let's get into some predictions for not season 5, for episode 4.
Let's do it.
Your AFTERBUZZ TV.
Is that the psychic?
Yeah.
That's the medium right there.
I am the AFTERBUZZ medium.
She is.
What are you guys predicting?
Ooh. Go on, Danny. Danny's ready to drop some knowledge.
First. Let's go. All right. I think that Becky is gonna come back. I think they're gonna offer her
Baby, come back.
a little something, and she's gonna come back to the family. I think that Andre's gonna get out, and he's gonna help Lucious take out Kingsley, and then also I think Andre and what is her name? The Quincy's mother.
Terry.
I think that's going to be a new romance we see. Yeah, and then Cookie and her sisters. One more.
Go ahead, do it.
And Cookie working with her sisters. I think they're gonna screw it up.
Oh yeah, of course. I saw that too.
Yeah. So I'm done, ladies.
Yeah. I think Kingsley is responsible for whoever died. I think obviously him and Mr. Dubois, but I feel as though he's gonna either get killed by Lucious for killing whoever he arranged to kill. I think he goes a little too far. Someone dies, and it's definitely Kingsley who pull the trigger or pull the card or whatever.
Right.
I think
like that.
Kingsley could be in the casket because even Lucious said to him, "You lose your life if you play with something like that." So, well, but
were you crying for Kingsley though?
I don't know.
You know that Lucious will cry, and then everybody leaves, and
And then he's like,
he'll do that sinister
Maine.
laugh and touch the casket and say,
Exactly. So in true Empire fashion, yes, I think it could be Kingsley.
fake.
I think we're, yes.
fake.
I think we're gonna see more of Giselle. Hopefully, I think Treasure is still gonna come back to the Lyon family. I'm rooting for
yeah.
you, Treasure.
Yeah.
And I
was,
think that
scandalous.
Blake is definitely gonna be more apparent
yeah.
as the seasons go along.
I agree, and that's part of my prediction. I believe that next episode that Hakeem is going to find out about Blake and Tiana that fast.
That fast, really.
And because I'm AFTERBUZZ
Yeah.
medium,
Yes, she
it
is.
probably will happen. Most of my predictions come true. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think that he's definitely going to find them.
Yeah, I believe so.
Did you guys catch a little bit about the FBI coming? Did you see that?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. That's why I was thinking, that casket moment, it's someone that Lucious loves. That's why I feel like, because
And we're not going to see it
but
till
we're
like
gonna
the
see
last
it.
episode. The
They're not
last
even let us see it,
episode.
yeah.
Oh, and it's gonna be like the last 5 seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
You got it. No.
That's it.
And then we're going to have to
Season.
tune into season 6.
Right.
It's
Right.
going to be such a cliffhanger.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys so
Yes.
much for tuning in to our episode here. We loved you guys in the chat. Thank you so much for hanging with us. Make sure you come back each and every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Chellz Evette.
And you can follow me everywhere at I am Danny Royce. Also, don't miss me on Monday, The Walking Dead after show.
Nice.
Awesome. I'm gonna be checking you out, Danny. You can follow me on Instagram at Lauren Ashley Beck.
And Funny Sayrie, FUNNYSAYRIE on Twitter and Instagram. And also 6 o'clock here for the show The Good Place.
Oh, good play.
Nice.
Ted Danson. Nice.
It's a
Thank
good place
you so
to be.
much, guys, for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.